I had a really deep desire from a very young age to want to become a United States Marine. Hear about how they're the best of the best and how it's the toughest and how it's the ultimate challenge. So that just stuck with me all throughout my life, and I just went in and did it, and I just signed up. And I went to boot camp in August 2001. The very next month, 9/11 happened, and it made for an interesting Marine Corps career. I ended up getting deployed in 2004, but amazingly enough, everything happened for a reason. Growing up, I used to train guide dogs for the blind. My family did it, and I participated, and it was such a great experience. And I knew right away just how valuable dogs are. And I ended up becoming a military working dog handler in the Marine Corps, which was like it was the greatest honor. It was such a privilege to become a handler in the Marine Corps. One of the greatest experiences of my entire life. I deployed as part of the 1st Marine Corps Canine group of handlers in 2004. Got attached to 2nd Battalion, 2nd Marines in Mahmadiyah. Also Fallujah, and had a really interesting experience. Met some of my greatest friends in my life that I still keep in touch with today. And I ended up getting out of the Marine Corps in 2005 initially. And then after a couple of years of being out of the Marine Corps, I actually went back into the Marine Corps in 2008, only this time not as a dog handler. I worked with the Wounded Warrior Battalion in San Diego, Balboa Hospital, and to help take care of our wounded, ill, and injured. Our combat wounded, our ill, meaning cancer and other kinds of illnesses, and injured, Marines that got hurt in motorcycle training accidents, things like that. And so I helped take care of them just in the sense I took care of all of their issues so that all they had to do was focus on is getting better. They could just focus on recovery. And then eventually I moved on to being their liaison, which meant anytime a nonprofit or a private entity wanted to come help them in some way, treat them to dinner, take them on a trip, I kind of advised them on what they could do, what they couldn't do. And it was just such an honor to be able to serve those men and women of the armed services that are recovering. Our hero, they're such heroes to me. I learned firsthand how incredible their recovery process is. And now that I'm out, I try to stay involved as much as possible with the veteran community. And the reason why is because I love all my brothers and sisters in the uniform. I just love them. And you know, I treat them like my family. And a lot of guys out there might feel like they don't need to be in that community anymore because they just want to forget about the military and move on with their life. But what I found out is it's really important to stay involved because you might put yourself in a position to where someone who does need the help, a veteran that does have those issues, might rely on you as someone that they connect with to really help them out through the tough times. And so if you're involved, if you're active, you know, it's not so much for yourself. You're putting yourself in a position where you can help other veterans out. And at the same time, you know, you'll find that you just love being around. You know, it's just amazing being around other vets all the time. So because you have that instant credibility, that instant bond. And that kinship with all of them, so it's great. And I really appreciate our veterans from Vietnam and Korea and all the veterans of the wars past because they really set the example of what it means to be a veteran and just how important it is to have that support and be there for other vets because their support just means so much more than anybody else can stand the process that we all go through. So I make it a point to stay involved with veteran organizations. Yeah, that's just something that I've really become passionate about. In terms of the dog handling, I miss it more than anything. I got to see firsthand how important therapy dogs are for the wounded warriors. And so yeah, those are my passions, the veteran community, the wounded warriors, my heroes, and of course the dog handlers just because they're so damn fun to be around.